So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the Cowboys offense coming back out there, and after the excitement of that 13-3 year, the NFC East title 2016, they fell back to earth in 2017. They still finished 9-7, but not what you expected from them.
No, the scoring differential was a big telltale about the difference between 2016 and 2017. They were plus 115 a season ago. Just plus 22 this year. That means tighter games can go either way, and not enough of them win in Dallas's win column in this past season.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Dez, as we know, not one to shy away from engaging with cornerbacks, but he could be in for a tough one. He's set to lock horns with Chris Harris, as Harris is going to be shadowing him all around the field.
And what I love about Harris's game...
They got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
After the interception, here's Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down and 4.
Now let's go. Green. All right, now look at 56.
Here's Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Drops it underneath for Booker. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
To the air again, Simeon. And this is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion. Force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Second and goal now from the 8. Here's Anderson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Simeon on third and goal. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's up and good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis.
Prescott now on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The Denver Broncos, they missed out on the playoffs for the second straight year. Their offense coming back onto the field here, and that's coming off that Super Bowl 50 win. I don't know that we expected them to go back-to-back-to-back or anything like that, but I certainly don't think we saw them missing the playoffs the last 2 years, right?
No, you're correct on that one. And a big part of it is, what's one of those old adages in sports, that defense travels and defense is a constant? Well, the Broncos' defense has been exactly...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Andy Janovich from 4 yards out. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Second down, Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On second down, Elliott. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Prescott to throw it. He completes it to Bryant. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Benny Fowler, 69 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Third and long for Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 26 yards on the play there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The give is to Elliott. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They'll try and throw for it here. Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluke. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want...
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down throw, Simeon. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and
he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now come the Cowboys. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Second down following the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumble. You look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Simeon being chased out left. Left side here to Sanders. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Simeon throwing right side. That's complete. Demaryius Thomas. Demaryius Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 56 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ballgame. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
All right, here we go. Back to the Philly, here we go.
Off the fake to Booker, it's Simeon. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Back to the Leopard. All right, here we go. Blue, left.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a play fake here on first down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And he puts it through. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw on second is Simeon. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Over! Set! Blue landed! Detroit!
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down following the run.
Back there! Over! No, check! Patriot! Over!
Oh, maybe a free play for Simeon. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Simeon finding Thomas there to give the Broncos a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Simeon. And he's got his man in stride, complete to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Now let's go! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly This is where they just want to milk the clock.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Simeon on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Here we go now.
On 2nd and 10, Simeon. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go.
Here's Simeon. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He got 29 yards that time. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Prescott to throw it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Simmons eluding the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriots.
They snap it to Simeon. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. One last shot now for Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're